Capricorn, hi, welcome to your 2026 forecast. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any strong placement in your birth chart for the sign of Capricorn. Crosswatchers, you are welcome here. If you are interested in a Capricorn, please try not to force situations or messages to fit. If they don't resonate with you, that is okay. It's just not your message. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else, okay? Let's see. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a high vibrational comment. I love to hear from you. Helps my channel out greatly, and I appreciate all the love and support this far. All right, Capricorn. We are now in Capricorn season, so any Capricorns out there, happy birthday. Yeah, we're just going to get right into this and see what the year of 2026 is going to look like for you, okay? All right. Someone is like, that was very bizarre. I just got like overwhelmed with emotion here with this one. Kind of caught me off guard here. Ground yourself, Capricorn. It'll be okay. All right, let's see. All right. Okay. You have caring connections coming in, okay? Door to veil, okay? Storm warning. No place like home. And not for you. So whatever it is that you have going on, whether it's this caring connection that is not for you, you're going to start seeing this, okay? And it's going to get quite stormy. You're going to feel that, okay? And things can't open up for you if you don't deal with the things at hand here. Some of you just kind of need to go home for a vacation to get whatever is not for you up out your system here. And for a lot of you, it's going to be this connection. All right. Let's pull a romance angel and see kind of what's going on there. All right, for Capricorn, please. Okay, you deserve love. You are lovable. So for some of you, there could be something that is going on this year that makes you kind of feel with all these storm warnings and stormy chaos coming in and just things maybe looking a little bleak and not so grand. But at the end of the day, you're like everybody else. You deserve to have love and compassion and all of these things, no matter what it is that you're going through here. Okay, and don't let nobody tell you any different. All right, we're going to pull some of the Love Oracle. This can represent your past, your current, or your future. Put it where it best fits in your situation, okay? And you had me, like, the feelings that were coming in at the beginning of me starting this was so overwhelming, Capricorn, that and I'm telling you, y'all go listen to my intro to this. It does not, y'all had me twisted, okay? So whatever it is that you're kind of dealing with here in these feelings that you're dealing with, I hear you. All right, let's see. Okay. Change coming in. Okay. There's going to be growth. There's going to be cycles that you're going to have to do. Player. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This could be you or the person that you're dealing with here. Charming, manipulative. It's a karmic connection. You're being tested here. Home. Again, time to go. Need to go home. Okay? Because you want that comfort. You want the safety. You want to feel like you belong. You want to feel like your heart, mind, and body is sheltered here. Because somebody has done some damage here by the looks of it. Magnetic attraction, allure, lust, irresistible, flirting. But then you have single here, so that kind of makes sense. So some of you are going to decide that this caring connection might not be so caring. Why? Because somebody's wearing a mask and they're afraid, and social media gets involved in it, and it's become toxic. So you need to be careful with what it is that you kind of got going on here, okay? And who you're dealing with, kind of thing. Don't nobody want to deal with none of that. Like I said, this portion of the cards represents past, present, and future, okay? So just put it where it best goes for you. But the cosmic insight is what's kind of coming in this reading, because that's what I'm using it for, bud. All right, for Capricorn, please. Well, look, whatever it is that you're trying to do, the answer is no. Okay? It's not the right time. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, no. Don't do it. All right. Narcissist. Someone is too full of themselves. Someone is trying to control something. And again, you have to put the energies where they best fit for you, okay? This could be you who's narcissist, who is trying to control everything and make your person feel a certain kind of way. Air sign, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Moving, okay? Going home. Change of residence. Moving in with your partner. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Bottom of the deck, you have cycles, okay? Fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. And open up your heart, okay? It will help you attract more love. So if you're being closed off due to situations in the past, Capricorn, it's time for you to let it go, okay? But you're going to have a really hard time doing that. Okay. Let's get into the tea and see what it says. Capricorn, at the end of the day, it is okay to feel, you know, that storm coming within, okay? You just got to keep yourself grounded because you are projecting that, okay? And people like myself or other sensitive people will pick up on the chaos that you have going within. Okay? And yes, you do deserve love. You deserve every little bit that everyone else gets. Okay, now I'm going to put these out in 12 cards and we'll get into it. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, baby. This is you walking away from the disappointments, from things that are no longer serving you here, feeling abandoned by situations, withdrawing your energy here, leaving it behind. You don't want to carry it into too far into this year because it's going to make you miserable, okay? All right, so you have You start off strong here with the 10 of Cups, okay? So there is, you know, well, let me tell you what it is first, okay? So you have the 10 of Cups, the World, the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, Judgment, the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so for all intents purposes, Capricorn, you kind of went into 2026 with this feeling of love and happiness and desire. This 10 of Cups, you felt like everything, this is your happy ever after, right? This is what you want. This is what you need, okay? But with a narcissist, very hard, very, very hard, okay? And you thought things were coming to completion, things were doing, you know, that you would accomplish something with this because you're feeling those feelings of happiness, that love, and the support, total love and support. You felt that. You're going to be feeling that probably all the month of January, maybe into the middle of February, kind of a situation here. But in February, things start to complete. Cycles start to close out. You've accomplished some things emotionally, mentally, whatever it is. And you feel whole, okay? And you feel like you can celebrate, even if they're just little successes. You've completed something. You've closed cycles out here, okay? But now you're understanding that you can't go back and ever revisit this because now you are standing in a position to where you know what it is. You know what it's going to be, what it's not going to be. And you have very clear boundaries that you've set up. You are setting very clear boundaries and having direct communication with this person. This is what I want. This is what I need. I'm not doing this if you're not doing that. But the problem is you still have yourself self-restricted here. You're still having these negative thoughts about this connection kind of seeping in and making things a little bit more difficult for you here. Feeling imprisoned, feeling like you're being victimized. And just that somebody might be controlling a little too much when it comes to your emotional and physical aspects here, okay? But you do show that you are making a decision here, that a decision has been made. By May, you will have a decision made, but you're just waiting for like the last little bit of thing to, you know, come through for you. Again, some of you are going to be going back home here to get away from this. You've made the decision. You just have to wait for the time to go. Because the way that you're feeling with being abandoned by this situation and your needs and wants not being met completely, how you're trying to meet them. Again, toxic relationship here. So you're making the steps to get away from the things that don't make you feel good. Okay. So you're going to make that decision to probably go back home. A lot of you will probably just go for vacation, whatever the case. But some of you are going to be moving back home. Okay. And some of you, when you do that, may very well run into an old flame here. This caring connection that you're seeking, because this is all the energy of what it is that we're seeking and going through. Okay. You're aware that you deserve love just like everybody else, but you're feeling the loss of something that you thought was happiness here. Something that was going to be able to push through and sustain. You start with the 10 of Cups and you end with the 5 of Cups. Okay, so that tells me that things get a little sketchy here. Because the strongest cards in any spread that your reader is going to put out for you, the strongest card is the first one out and the last one out. So that is the 10 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. So you're feeling it emotionally here, okay? And there's going to be confusion with options of things that you want to do, where you want to go. They're wishful thinking, options, just many choices for you to pick. You're going to have to cut that down so that the illusion matches the reality. Okay. But there's going to be speed here. You're going to get like flame. The wands are fire. So you're going to get fire underneath you, and you're going to be making movement here. You want speed. You want rapidness. You want things to get done. You don't want to just sit here waiting for things to idly go by and shift. You're going to start shifting some things. And you're going to make quick decisions on what it is that you want and the things that are going to best serve you. And what's going to best serve you is allowing these things that you have been holding on to that are not serving a purpose here. You're going to let it go with quick decisions. And this is not helping me. This is keeping me locked into a position I don't want to be in, with a narcissist, okay, with a toxic relationship, with a player, and my fear. All of these things, you are going to choose to have a new phase come in here. The reckoning is coming for you, Capricorn. That awakening, the redemption, the forgiveness of you and others, and just having mercy on yourself. Because with you carrying all of these things that you need to be letting go of, it makes it very heavy. You can't see the bigger picture. It makes it burdensome, and everything that you're carrying around, whether it's just your stuff or somebody else who is connected to you, that is making you feel some kind of way. But there is completion here. Like I said, tens, our cycle's closing out. So the extra responsibilities that are put on your shoulders is a little bit too much for you to bear, but it's sided right here with the Two of Swords. You need to lay these wands down so that you can see the bigger picture going on around you for 2026. Again, all of this can change with a decision, a choice, whatever it is that you're making, whatever it is that you're doing. I'm going to try to come back and do 6 months so that we get a half-year mark as well. Just to see how much things have changed by one decision or one movement that you make. But until you're able to cut down the obstacles and the difficult decisions that you have to make here and weigh in your options, you got yourself in a deadlock. You can't see the bigger picture here. Okay? You got the blindfold on. You can't see. You don't want, and you have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords up here. Very difficult cards. And all trying to show you the bigger picture here. But there's a lot of regret and sadness and feelings of failure that you couldn't get certain things to work out because you finally stood up for yourself and put things where they needed, in the position that they needed to be in. But understand this, okay? You can feel the loss and the disappointment and the failure of this connection of whatever it is going to be to you, okay? But understand, you've made your intentions very clear of what it is that you were not going to deal with anymore, okay? So the narcissist, again, flip the energies if it needs to. Whoever I'm talking, I just read what you show, okay? So if it's a narcissist, a toxic relationship, you could be very, very attracted to that kind of thing. But you're showing me that you're single sometimes, you're with a player sometimes, you're toxic, it's fear, there's a narcissist, there's all these things. And it's all got you feeling like you're left out in the cold here, that you've been abandoned by this situation. And eventually you get to that point. If you can't flip any of this, even if it's just your mindset and allowing yourself to not be self-restricted and to show yourself and allow to see what you need to see here. You do have regret. You will have the feelings of disappointment and some feelings of failure because you weren't able to bring this back together. But it's not just you. There's another person to this equation. And trust me, everybody has dealt with a toxic relationship, okay? There is some level to want that because you get used to that, okay? Breaking away from a narcissist toxic relationship with someone who may be a player, or you have all those energies kind of floating around at one time or another, it becomes addicting in a way, okay? And whatever it is, whatever little morsel they're trying to throw at you, you're going to take it because you deserve love. You want that happy ever after. You want that love. You want that feeling. But yeah, we're going to revisit this at 6 months. All right. Let's see. What else is going on for Capricorn, please? Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Like I kind of said, that 5 of Cups ain't no joke there, baby. Coffin, okay? Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, okay? So there is going to be an ending here within this year, whether you want it to happen or not. Didn't I just, okay. Addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block. I know I just said something about that. But okay. I'll go back and I'll re-listen. If I need to add anything more in for you, I will. Okay, the Soul Helpers Oracle. Look, you guys, there's some of you Capricorns that are kind of helter-skelter right now. And to be honest, it's overpowering here. All right, what else for Capricorn? How can we close this out? I'm sorry, I can't make this up, okay? Lost in the ruins of the past. Find the way to the present moment and live. Let all of this shit go, baby, because it is serving no purpose for you. Let the player go. If it is you who's doing it, stop doing it. You don't have a right to make anybody feel that way. And if it's toxic, you can always fix a toxic connection, but there's got to be hard work in there. Okay? Gotta let the fear go. You gotta let the feelings of abandonment go. Look, sometimes we need to be on our own so that we can do our most deepest healing and have the most fulfillment at that time. All right, Capricorn, I am sorry I messed up my intro for y'all, but baby, that energy. Yeah, so again, happy birthday. It is my son's birthday today as well. Super excited for him for that. But yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next.